Shadow Hearts for the PS2 is an RPG that came out in North America on December 12, 2001. I've recently been in the mood to play an old RPG because that just brings me a lot of joy and comfort, so I thought it was finally time to try it out. Let's talk about the gameplay and the mechanics a bit. I think the really cool thing about this turn-based system, you attack by using this thing called the Judgment Ring. The way it works, you gotta press the X button when the pointer goes over the colored area. If you land in the red areas, you'll be able to get a damage boost. The yellow area just deals regular damage, but if you end up missing, obviously your attacks will miss or they can just get cancelled altogether. The Judgment Ring also applies to most of the actions you do, like using items during environmental quick time events or even when you're shopping for items and equipment. I've never seen this mechanic used in any other game, so I do really like that about it. I got two more things I want to mention that pertain to the gameplay. For the first one, there's this system called Malice, and the way that works, you accumulate Malice by defeating enemies, and you have this talisman that you can see from your menu. The color of the talisman will change from blue to green to yellow and then finally to red. That's how you know when it's at maximum capacity. Once that happens, an enemy called the Grim Reaper starts to show up randomly during encounters. He starts to be like Mr. X from Resident Evil 2 Remake, just trying to make your life miserable as possible, but just not as scary. He's been pretty hard to beat so far, mostly because you have to fight him alone as Yuri, and he just whoops my ass every time. Luckily though, you can escape pretty easily. And there is a way to remove the Malice, and that's just the last thing I want to talk about when it comes to the gameplay. You can travel to this place called the Graveyard, which is a metaphysical realm within Yuri's soul. There's these 4 masks floating in front of these double doors. They will turn into the Malice you've accumulated, so depending on how much Malice you have, it'll determine what level monster you will have to fight. This system right here is kind of weird and interesting. Not sure if I like it or not yet, but if you're like me and you love grinding, you'll probably have to visit the Graveyard quite often. Okay, so real quick, I want to mention the graphics, and they're not all that great. The cutscenes are pretty atrocious, the character models look derpy, and the voice acting is really fucking bad. You'll be having a good laugh though at least, but also, I mean, what can you expect from an older game like this, you know? I will say though, I do really like the design of the enemies. That's been like a highlight throughout the game for me when it comes to the way it looks. And when it comes to the story, it's been pretty okay so far. I think I'll have more thoughts once I finish the whole game. So yeah, these are my first impressions and thoughts. I will continue the game because I am enjoying it and having a good time. Whenever I get around to beating the game, I'll most likely make another video about it so I can give my final thoughts and give it a rating as well. So if you made it all the way through, thank you so much for watching, and I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Peace.